Good morning, all, and thank you for the participation today. Someone have a question about the webinar or any problem with the webinar online? Uh, Inshallah, today the session will be lighter than the previous one, especially with the emo exercise. So today is the webinar 3. We still have the last webinar next week, inshallah. So we will talk first about workshop and then use and care, and later we will do the conclusion. First, we will talk about biomedical workshop since it's very important, and we will see during this presentation why and what are the requirements for a biomedical workshop in MSF context. Even outside MSF is mandatory to have this workshop to do the work. So, what is a biomed workshop? Someone have an idea, explanation?
Hello, dear team.
Yes,
In my idea, the biomed workshop it's the place that we uh, replace or the change our biomedical items. If they want to, if they want to need any spare part to replace it, we will replace it. If they want to, for example, uh, how can I say? Yeah, it's the place that we want to replace or remake our biomedical items.
tamam. Any other idea? What is a biomedical workshop? Yes,
Yes,
Ayman
Ali.
Tamas. Yes, Sabah.
It's a dedicated place. Have to be wet and dry and cool, and also near the medical facilities to perform any intervention for biomedical equipment in it.
Tamam. Thank you for this explanation. And someone have need to add something or have something to add before we continue? So, as our friend said, it's a dedicated place, usually recommended to be near the medical facilities. Have a have a dedicated infrastructure from table to clocks to cupboard to safety, electrical safety to HVAC installation. Uh, Usually, it's mandated to have this set up to do all the preventive corrective maintenance and to do the biomedical management from it. So, also because we cannot open a machine in for many reasons, not only for the comfortable or for safety, also for IPC for the infection. So, opening a machine have dedicated steps from cleaning to IPC requirement, not to spread all the bacteria inside our hospital, our department. Also, to have a space for the biomed to work on it, a safe place with a dedicated table, with dedicated tools to do all the maintenance. Especially some maintenance are critical and they represent a lot of electrical hazard and some other risk. The idea is that we will go through this all this requirement in detail. Now we will go into two groups. I will be me in one group and a leader in the other group. We have some biomedical workshop image. The idea to discuss to do a list with good practices in this from your opinion, from what you know from your setup now about good practices in your project and things that you recommended to improve. You see in the image. So after 15 minutes, we will go back all together, and one of each group will present to the others what are the good practices and things to improve in each biomedical workshop. We have 4 or 5 picture for our workshop. One workshop group one have one workshop is for image for this workshop, and group two they have 4 or 5 image for another workshop. Just to list good practices and things to improve based on our knowledge now. Clear?
Yes.
So Miguel, please, you can divide us into groups.
Yes, give me 1 second. Okay, so there is 5 people that will move to the room, and the rest they will remain here in this room. And usually Ali and Alidor, you can enter in any of the groups.
Okay.
تمام guys. So it's clear. It's clear for you. I will share my screen with the workshop image. We are group 2, just to make sure with Alidor. So we will be. So this is some image from our workshop. It's clear. You can see my screen, guys.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So this is the image from a workshop that we have in Thailand. So we need to write good practices and things to improve in a list. Who will write the list and present to the other? Yes, yes. Just remove the mute and talk, my friend. How are you? I cannot hear you, me at least.
They have table for maintenance. This tool is organized in actually another picture.
The idea that they are the same. We receive this as the same workshop. So we have this part. Say for example, and this shelf for spare parts, and this shelf, and this two desk. تمام. But the idea that I cannot hear you very well. I don't know why. Oh, it's only me, guys, in the group. Guys, you need to remove the mute and
No,
discuss. No?
we don't hear him very well.
I think it's the same for everyone. We couldn't hear him well. It's not clear for me as well.
أمير،
Yeah.
صوتك مش طالع منيح. صوتك مش كتير.
Okay.
فرق. هلا تمام. شباب, guys, who writes the advantage and disadvantage or good practices and things to improve? Who will write them? Someone need to write on a Word document only, huh? It's not
I will rewrite it again.
تمام. يلا I will share my screen.
This workshop has a lot devices and some spare part on the devices. The cylinder need to fix on the wall or put it on trolley.
Exactly.
Yes. The maintenance tool, I think it's organized in its place. The spare part also on the shelf. I think there is enough space for this workshop.
But it need to be organized, yes?
Yes.
So it need cleaning and organizing, something like this.
Yes.
Also, it's not clear from the picture if we have disinfecting area, like an area where they clean the machine before they enter. This from my opinion, I don't know that.
And the working
I think
area
there is.
needs
Yes, we can all participate, huh? It's working, group working,
Yeah.
yeah. Just
Yeah.
remove the mute and talk.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's not organizing very well because they don't have any specific table or table to work or to repair our items. It's the table that we see in the workshop. It's very disorganized. All the item it's mixing together. That maybe the people do know what is this and what is the spare part from these which items, and also. There is not labeling, I think, according to the family or the alphabetical the items spare part. Also, uh, yeah,
Tamam. Something else to add. What Amir said also, it's about the oxygen bottle is not chain. The electrical safety is not clear that we have safety here with all these tools.
it's
This is very important.
Yeah, and also I think for me, suggestion, the oxygen cylinder needs to be outside or need to be chained as he said, or in a trolley, and also for power sockets supposed to be visible for safety, for you to test the machine or something like that. And based on the picture, I didn't even see such things.
Okay. We are writing this, Amir?
Yes.
Yes. Just to change the picture in the group. Sorry, I will reshare my screen. I updated my laptop to Windows 11 and it's not, not me updated myself. So for the ventilation, you see that we have good ventilation inside this workshop or not?
No, I don't think there's no good ventilation.
no.
No. Also,
And
for I don't see. Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
the spare part in the shelf, there's supposed to be like a label for you to just write and label it in case, even if the person who is always in charge of the workshop, if there is a change or a swap, the person can be able to identify the items easily without opening the box and be checking everything.
Exactly. So label on the spare parts. What else we can say that it's not very well organized? The session is mainly to implement workshop in all our projects. We have a lot of safety incidents. We will talk with other group later related to fixing of the machine under the rain outside sometime and some project. I think I think also in apps we have this. The workshop is very small. Yes, the size is very small.
Yeah, it's very small.
Yes,
And
it needs to be
also, there's supposed to be a provision of fire extinguisher inside.
exactly. Please write
Yeah.
it in the list. The fire safety. We forget this. We always forget this. Samir,
Yes.
Samir, right. Fire safety, not only the electrical safety. So we can review what we write about good practices. What are the good practices? That we have working table, we have two desk, we have shelf, we have two desk.
Yes.
Working
And
working table is available.
working table is available.
Spare parts are available.
Spare parts available. The light inside.
The light, oxygen source is available, but in a very
Yes.
bad way. But it's available. So we can just recap or what we listed for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will just update the second picture of the shelf on the presentation and you all have workshop in your project, Biomad workshop.
Yes.
No.
I have it.
No, I have it. So it's mandatory to be implemented in all the projects, the workshop, with some specification and all the sections they have the requirement for the workshop. We will see the
Yeah.
requirement. They are all basic, but we have some also some some drawing, some standard drawing also we can share in case you need to implement it in your project later.
Okay.
I will just see the other group improvement and just before we join.
Okay.
So we are ready us with this picture to discuss. Something else to add, guys? In 3 minutes, they will come back, all of them.
No, I think that's all that we shared our ideas about the workshop.
Tamam, so just couple of minutes. 3 minutes, Miguel, and you can close the room. Then said you
Okay.
agree with the guys. They are still discussing some picture and.
Okay.
Who will present to the group? Amir also? أمير
Yes.
ركب عليك اليوم. Thank you, Amir. So Miguel, if we can close the room and we can go back.
Okay. Okay.
Also, they will take a break today, inshallah. We should take a break 10 minutes, not like last week.
Okay. They should be coming already.
Look at that.
So we are all back. Huh? Thank you, guys. We will start with group one. Group one, the workshop is this one. I can share the picture of group one. So who from group one will share with us good practices and things to improve in this workshop? Yes, please.
Yes, Ali, thank you. I think there is available spare parts in this workshop, and also there is a table, table, and well ventilated. I can suppose well ventilated, and also I can suppose it's to be near of the medical facilities and very tidy, very good and clean. And also there is a cupboard supposed to be there, the documents, all the documents related to the biomed equipment. Also, so just running water. I think it's missing the running water for hand washing, but everything is nice. I think so.
Tamam. So the missing item for you is the disinfecting area. Yes, yes, Wajdi.
Yes.
Just to add, comparing between both pictures, as we have spoken earlier, and as my colleague mentioned, one of which is the adequate space, the other is the stock of spare parts. I think it should be much lesser than this, only attending to the need of that inspection instead of having more of like a storage of spare parts that they should be belonging to the pharmacy. Most importantly, size and the spaces, as you can see, accommodating a surgical table. I would probably suggest looking at the power sockets which are standards, because the first picture, the power sockets are elevated, while in the second picture, the power sockets are a bit nearer to the ground. If we can go to the picture where the workstation, the wonderful red workstation looks, you'll be able to see the power circuits on the side.
Yes.
Yes, you can see them there, lower there. The last thing I would say is just to put some SOP and guidelines on the wall to clear out the safety and security procedures while using such tools.
Thank you, Wajdi. Something from my side to add also the fire safety. Maybe we need fire extinguisher here. As Ahmed said also, the disinfection cleaning area is very, very important. It's missing here for IPC measures. Wajdi, I cannot hear you now.
I wasn't saying something, I've muted myself.
Thank you. So thank you, Group 1. Now we'll move to Group 2. Let me open the picture of Group 2. Yes, Amir. This is the workshop of Group 2.
This workshop isn't enough space, and there is spare part, some devices on the desk of lieutenant. Also, the oxygen cylinder need to fix or put it internally, or maybe we can put it outside the workshop. About spare part, there is a lot of spare part which is available. Some devices also put on the desk of the
You all hear what he said? So
Yes.
what?
this available spare part.
Just Amir, your voice was maybe off the network. So Amir said first about spare parts that we have spare parts, but should be labeled also and should be kept only the mandatory spare parts in the department. Also, the disinfection area is missing. Also here we need to clean and disinfect all the items and to rearrange the tools. Also for, as the group said, for safety, for electrical safety, for working safety. Yes, Ahmed.
Yes, from the picture, I can suppose it's the very, very big health facility. So I think the space may be to be bigger. I think it's very small, I think, regarding the facilities and number of medical equipment. Can be.
Exactly. But also it needs arrangement and cleaning. You see what they are
Of
putting
course.
on the equipment, on the working table. So even for safety, not to be arranged and cleaning is a bit of problem. Something to add, guys, or we can move with the presentation? So what are the features of good
But
biomedical
Ali,
workshop? Yes.
Ali,
Yes.
I just to say something. In Syria, we have all spare part inside the biomed workshop. Tamam? And the medical or pharma team doesn't in charge of spare part of biomedical. This is our rules or our policy in OCP. I think so.
And also,
OCP.
what I know in all
France.
section, what I know, but it's up to the operation. We need the idea to have a stock of any item, pharma stock, cold chain stock, biomedical stock, if to have a space dedicated for this stock. If you see the recommendation of manufacturer for all the spare parts and consumables, they have, we discussed this previous session, they have temperature recommendation of storing them in a temperature and the humidity control area. Most probably below 25 and below 65 humidity, 25 temperature. and to be clean for dust area, and for dust to be clean from dust and to be ventilated. Also for the stock in MSF and stock, not only MSF, is to be limited access, secure. We have tools for inventory. This all is available with pharma team usually. For this, we just for us and OGBA and other OC, for example, OCB, I was working with OCB also. They have strict recommendation to keep the spare parts in the pharma stock. But for OCB in Syria, I don't know the process exactly, but this is our recommendation. If you are meeting all this requirement in your biomedical workshop, also it could work. But for us, it's very difficult to have. It's also duplicating a lot of work to have limited access. Also for availability, sometime you will be the biomedical focal point will be on leave. The biomedical workshop is closed. They need some consumable from the workshop. So also it's a little bit complicated. For this, we recommended also to have the stock in the farm. Clear, Ahmed, why we have this recommendation us?
Yes, but let me explain. For the spare part, it's logistic department. For inventory, for ordering, for budget also, but for consumables and accessories at the pharma stock. Clear? This is
Yes.
our situation here in ATME, in Syria, in OCP project.
No, for us in Syria, we are using pharma now. Yes, Wajdi.
Just to add to what you said, Ali, I believe that the basic idea was to keep the stock in pharmacies to calculate the consumption. And in addition, because most of the biomed, not even most, it's all biomed spare parts, they are included in the IMO, in the International Medical Order, not in the ILO. Therefore, that's why they're kept under the medical supervision to calculate the consumption and also to estimate the orders based on the inputs of the biomed. If I'm not mistaken, the practice that I'm exposed to is that we tell them what spare parts that we need. They will calculate based on what they have in stock.
Yes, but we did the IMO last time. So for consumables and spare parts, we do the recommendation, not based on the previous consumption. Because sometime also we have some equipment that is not anymore used. So we cannot just estimate based on what we are doing, or we are bringing spare parts, or we are not using during this year for many reasons. We have less problems. So it's not the consumption that it's fixed for us. Mainly fixed for the consumable for maintenance. So this, and also this based on the equipment number. So if we do a new installation, we remove some equipment, decommissioning equipment, so this number also it will be different, not like the consumable for patients that it's estimated based on the number of patients.
No, I completely agree with that. It's not that we're going to overtake the. What I meant is that the medical team is the one supervising the consumption of all items.
Exactly.
But in terms of order, we do provide our input. They just reflected on what they have availabilities in stock.
Exactly. Thank you. So just to recap, for the location, close to health facility. Always the biomedical workshop should be close to the health facility. Why? Because moving the equipment, for example, sometime we have workshop in the office. So they have to move the equipment, for example, 100 meters, 50 meters. Sometimes they are broken, sometimes they are under the rain, and not all the time we can bring a car to move an equipment from there to there. Also during the movement, we are losing time. Because if you are moving an equipment to the workshop and the workshop is far, then you are moving back and you have to arrange this. So you are raising the downtime of the machine. So if any repair and the machine need to be repaired or a maintenance, it will take with you 2 hours. You will stop using this machine for 2 hours. If the workshop is very far, you will stop working, for example, for 3 hours and a half. And one of our role as biomed is to reduce the downtime of the machine. The downtime is the time the machine is under repair, preventive or corrective. So should be always close to the first facility, not to break the machine while moving. not to spread IPC, also bacteria and infection and dust inside the machine or from the machine to outside. Also in multi-level health facilities, when we have a lot of department, we recommended to have the the workshop near the largest concentration of medical equipment. For example, if we have in our context in NOMASAF, we have like different buildings. So we choose, for example, the building when we have the large concentration of equipment, and we design the workshop in this area. Clear for the location. For the size, so it depends on the quantity and type of equipment in the project. As Ahmed said before, from the workshop you can estimate the project size. So it's big project, small project. So usually when we have the quantity of the machine, we can estimate the size needed for the workshop. Also, the maintenance calendar will give us an idea about quality and the frequency. Because if we have anesthesia machine, for example, in your project, you need oxygen source inside the workshop to do some tests. If you have like a surgical table, we need more space because sometimes we need to bring the surgical table to the department for fixing.
Ali, we can't hear you now. So,
Sorry.
yeah, okay.
Sorry, lost the connection. Additional space for maintenance record, small stock of spare parts. So we said the size depends on the quantity and type of the equipment. Maintenance calendar, we have an idea of quantity and frequency. Additional space needed for maintenance record, like a cupboard, small stock of spare parts. Why we have this small stock of spare parts? Because usually we have different way of working, but usually we recommended the spare parts needed or consumable and some essential spare parts for all the months. So in the beginning of each month, we know from the maintenance calendar how many concentrators, for example, I have to do the maintenance, how many electrical surgical unit, how many pulse oximeter. So I know exactly what type of spare parts are consumable for this maintenance needed. So I do a request once per month, the main request. This spare parts should be kept inside this workshop. So we need a small shelf for the small stock of spare parts. A space mode to medical equipment for temporary replacement during maintenance. Also, some equipment we need to, as we saw in some picture before, some equipment need to be temporary replacement during maintenance. So we bring them to our workshop. For the supply needs, we need first a stabilizer and a protected energy source. It's very important to have a stabilizer and protected energy source. For the biomed, we will not go through technical. We have a lot of general logistic, but to do a maintenance with an unstable electricity, it's a risk to lose money because we are replacing sometimes some spare parts and the problem comes from the electricity. So to have a stabilizer and a protected energy source in our department is very important. Electrical safety and protection. We have a list of protection item, PPE, personal protection equipment, that it's mandatory to be in the biomedical workshop. Also, whenever you are doing a NEMO or a request, we can see on UNICAD the code. Also, it's very important to have them in our project. For the electrical safety, this is needed to be discussed with the energy team. To have a grounding, for example, some tools for safety to remove the shocks or to discharge capacitor. DC power supply for testing some component is also very important, and water supply. Water supply because we need to clean our hand before and after each use of the equipment, each maintenance of the equipment. For the furniture in our department, in our workshop, so we need a cleaning, disinfecting area. So we need areas where whenever we bring an equipment to our workshop, we need to clean and disinfect this machine. We need a closed cupboard to keep the file and all this desk for our work as preparing the maintenance plan, filling checklist, doing the management work. File cabinet is very important also, and most of the place we don't have this because we need to all the checklists for maintenance, for corrective maintenance and preventive maintenance should be kept in a file in this cabinet for machine history. Garbage can also, work table to do the maintenance and some working on it. We never work on the floor since we could have water or dust and stock cupboard. Stock cupboard or shelf is the same. Tools, we have basic tools. Basic toolkit, it's the code on Unicat is KPROKTOO. We can see it together later. So this basic toolkit contain all the from screwdriver to all the mandatory kit or the basic kit for the biomed to do the work, and common fuse used fuse type. Also, it's a kit of fuse that mandatory to be available for the biomed to do the basic work. So all the manufacturer manuals should be available. Nowadays, it's not could be soft file in our laptop, but it's also whenever we have an equipment, we should bring the manufacturer manual. From many resources, from Unicat, you can bring them from the internet, or you can request your referent to send for you. Medical equipment management guideline, it's very important also to be available since it contains all the information related to our work. Protocol 2 and 3 for the maintenance. Protocol 2 is for preventive maintenance and the Protocol 2 for corrective maintenance. We will see them later. Test equipment, patient simulator, calibration. This equipment, they are for calibration and for verification of medical equipment work. Next year we are doing a session. We will do the invitation for all of you, inshallah, even for people not working with OGBA. It's different session about this test equipment. So we need for dedicated equipment like the patient monitor, patient simulator. For other equipment, we need like ventilation analyzer for the anesthesia machine, or if we have ventilator, oxygen purity sensor reader to read the purity of oxygen of concentrator, manometer to test the pressure. So depending on our inventory, we can recommend it about this test equipment. This test equipment, main problem with the test equipment is very expensive and it's need calibration yearly or each 2 years. So we recommend it to have them at least in the capital as one kit, and whenever it's needed, could be used by the biomedical focal point. And another additional tools for specific equipment or skills. So sometimes we need some tools for example, some lab equipment or X-ray machine to do some tests. Clear about the needs? Any question? This a layout is, yes. Sorry, go ahead. Yes,
Sorry,
yes.
Ali, one question regarding the location.
Yes.
As you mentioned, the workshop should be close to the health facility. Yeah.
Exactly.
And the project that we work, it's the remote area that we are working. It's the remote area. By the core, once we want to go to the health facility, it will take 2 hours or 3 hours or 1.5 hours. This is for example, this is the project center that we placed in the center of the Bamiyan province, and the health facility that we have, it's in the district of the Bamiyan province. It's so far. For example, we have 8 health facility in 4 district, and how it's possible that we should provide or create our workshop, biomedical workshop in our health facility. It's need to be for each health facility we should have one biomed workshop, or it's not clear for me. And also you mentioned it for the taking the medical equipment should be very close to the workshop during the transport. It's very flammable or breakable. If it's fell down, it will broken. It's so expensive. And how it's possible that we implement the biomed workshop in our health facility? And the project also in our office, the base office also, we don't have any biomed workshop because our project it's a bit small, and it's the problem. It's we work it in the remote area. Most of our staff they do know about their maintenance, about their follow up, their something, their procedure, their or they medical equipment they broken, or it's they don't working how they should follow up or how they should maintenance. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for this question. For example, if we have 8 health facility and we have this set up in many countries, like we have many PHC and one hospital, and we have one focal point following this project, like it was before for IDAL project in Syria or for another. What we did is to have the workshop in the biggest facility we are supporting. For example, if we have 8 facilities, one of them is hospital, we put this in the hospital. In the other PHC, we dedicated a focal point from MOH staff. We give them the basic tools, and they was doing the basic maintenance in a small area in this, because in PHC, for example, we have 5, 6, 10, 20 equipment of biomed, and they are all basic equipment, so it's not like very big equipment. So we dedicated for them a place, and we give them the basic tools only for the equipment that they have, and also we divided the checklist to do the basic maintenance. So they was doing the basic maintenance with our support. They was from MOH staff. Even we are trying to implement this in many places now to support directly MOH staff. But the idea that we chose the biggest facility we have, we put all our info, because it's not easy to. Also, it's very expensive to do. For example, with all this requirement 8 or 9 workshop, and nobody is using them, and we don't have focal point. Huh? So first we need a focal point. Then we are putting our workshop with MSF Biomed in this biggest health facility. Usually, we recommended also the biomed to be most of the time located in the health facility, not in the like in office or in coordination or somewhere. Even Mission Biomed now is most of the time located in one of our biggest projects and is doing the support for other projects. So this is the idea, but we can adapt based on our setup. Okay. Clear or
Yeah, exactly. The problem that we have, the health it's all the same level, not the hospital. It's by the name of CHF, Community Health Facilitation. It's
but
all the same
yes,
level.
but if they
It's
have
not, for
small
example,
medical equipment, we can dedicate for them a very small area with main basic tools and with the support of biomed of the capital or the regional referent. They can do this maintenance. So they don't need all this big structure. تمام.
yeah, yeah, tamam. Thank you.
Yes, Ahmed.
Yes, thank you. Is it mandatory just to be dedicated for biomed issue, biomed as a biomed workshop? For example, in Syria, I share this space, this biomed workshop, between me and IT supervisor. Is it mandatory just to be dedicated for just biomed?
If possible, yes, for many reasons. Biomed equipment usually they are using indirect with patients. So they have, they have bacterial filters, antibacterial filter. You remove the dust sometimes, so risk of infection spread by the biomedical equipment is very high. Even if they are doing protocol 1 cleaning from inside, but whenever you do a maintenance, you open the machine from if they are cleaning outside the medical team, you are opening the machine from inside, removing particles, dust, removing some parts. We have some breathing circuit, some filters. For this, we recommended always to have a dedicated biomedical workshop only for biomed with very high IPC measure, like the disinfection cleaning area, and not to open the machine and spread whatever we have the machine inside the hospital or inside the medical department. So it's not recommended to open the machine somewhere when we have medical other equipment like the IT equipment or energy equipment, because risk of spreading infection is very high. But it's just a recommendation. If you have no
Yes, of
other
course.
way,
Thank
just
you.
take care about IPC, take a corner about IPC, clean very well after you. Whenever you have to blow a machine, take care, cover other equipment, IT equipment.
Well noted. Thank you.
Um, this is a drawing about workshop. So this is a drawing about a workshop that it's used by OCV and by us also. So we have this biomed storage and we have this biomed workshop, and this is maintenance storage and maintenance workshop. So whatever you need to do our workshop, we have some drawings we can adapt based on our project and our need and our setup. تمام. This is just an idea. So now we will take just a 10 minutes break and we will go back because this break is mandatory, but first two sessions we did not take them. So we'll come after 10 minutes exactly. So 12:07. Thank you guys. Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi Monica.
Hello.
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 In the second session now we will focus on the training. So this is something
Hello.
we miss usually as biomed. We think that we are mainly logistics, so we forget to do the training for medical team, and this is part of our role to reduce failure, to enhance patient safety, to good practices, good use of equipment. So the idea also, as we did first session, we will start with a small working group. We will work in group to prepare a training for two equipment. Uh, Training for medical staff. The idea that as logistic, we need to prepare a training for medical staff. So we'll see what is required from us and which tools we use usually. Just before we start the training, I need to Unicat again. So usually I am in love with Unicat. I use Unicat a lot during the days during my work. So we will work in training to give training into machine suction pump, electrical medulla, and the other one is infant warmer care stream 600, sterile therm 300. The idea in Unicat now, if we discussed when we was preparing the EMU, was that we have all the consumable spare parts, but also now we have the document on Unicat. So you see this suction pump medulla is standard, valid, for which OC is valid for OCP, OCG, OGBA, OCB, and OCA. So in which supply it's available, but also this is all the description. Also, whenever you receive an equipment or you have an equipment, I highly recommend it to read Unicat. Sometimes you have in Unicat some recommendation from different referent in MSF working group, biomedical working group in MSF. They put the recommendation here about some machine, about the use disinfection of some machine. Okay. And in the technical specification, you can see all instruction of use. You can see some link for document like disinfection and sterilization in the field. Even for electrical protection, sometimes you see link for some document that it's very useful to share with other staff. What I use in Unicat, it's accessories. We talked about them, consumable spare parts, and now the document. Now, if I want to prepare a training material, I need two main documents for the training. The protocol one is the cleaning and disinfection for use of any medical equipment. We have protocol one for all our machine. So the protocol one is here. This suction pump medulla vario protocol one. I will share in the group anyway. And we have the user manual. In the user manual, always we have use of the machine. Sometimes not always. You can see some training material coming from the manufacturer. So it's training material from medulla. So in case I want to prepare any training and to give any training to staff, I can use all these documents. Protocol one, user manual mainly, and sometimes I can see some training material in Unicat about this machine. Okay. We have 3 files here about devices and especially about our suction pump. So we have 3 files. Training material 1, 2, and 3. Tamam? The same for the infant warmer. Infant warmer, we have a lot of recommendation here, something to read. But also we have in the document we have user manual and the protocol one is available. Also we have protocol 2, checklist, service manual most of the time. So Unicat is a good resources for us just to as information to collect whatever we need information about this equipment. And Unicat something is advantage in MSF than Unicat is updated monthly. So we have all the updated information here, not like you are using any Excel sheet or something else that is not updated. Clear? Any question about Unicat before we start the groups? The idea now, as we said, to focus on the training. There's something we all, from me and other team, we miss usually to focus on it, the training on the field, and the training not only about management, so training about use of the equipment. Part of our role as biomed to train medical team about use and disinfection of the equipment. Okay, also about basic alarm maintenance, all this. So now we will work on two groups. Group one, we will be working on suction pump Medela value 18. Group two, we will be working on infant warmers, Kerasherm 600. We have 20 minutes. We should discuss how to organize the medical user training. It's only key point. It's not we need to do material for the training. So first question we will answer, who do we involve? For example, about suction pump. Where we do the training? Where is the best place to do the training? In department, meeting room, another room, biomedical workshop, uh, part of the training methodology, what to highlight regarding the device, special consideration of context. So one of each group he can talk about his context. For example, I have a lot of dust. We don't have sterilization machines there. We have one section pump and divided used by many departments. We are doing an order, waiting this order how to specialize the training about the context. For example, disinfecting the equipment before moving from department to department. You will see we have a lot of filter consumables. What filter consumable we need to replace before giving or to give to other department to keep in stock, or so it's depending on the context. Sometimes we have, for example, for the warmer, we have power unstable. We are trying to have a stabilizer, but till now we don't have. So during the training, we need to explain to the team what to do when we have the power fluctuation or the power is not stable or the alarm. So sometimes we have a lot of dust. So also this is part of the training. Clear? We can go into groups. We will share the user manual and protocol one. All we will do the work together. Eldor will be in one group and me in the other. But clear the exercise. Miguel, please, you can divide us into two
No,
groups.
Monica, you want? Yes.
Yes, Monica. Sorry.
Yes, just one question regarding the training. What biomed are supposed to train to the medical team? Like, I understand that the use of the machine itself, how to use it, it's more related to medical, no? The interaction with the patient, what to do, and then biomed would come more on what to pay attention to, if there is, as you said, if there is an indicator or which type of procedure between patients and so on. But the use itself, if it's I don't know, a suction pump, what to do when the patient is doing this or that, this is more. So if this kind of training, maybe it has to be very with a close collaboration with the medical, or
Exactly.
lost.
One of the point, we will see later another slide was who will be involved. So, for example, the IPC should be involved also always because of the cleaning, the PMR or medical supervisor. But usually, if you see in the manual, we will see together now. In the manual, we have the use of the machine. The use of the machine is how to change the vacuum, not how to decide the medical parameter, how not to decide the vacuum level for the patient. It's depending on the patient, the doctor, medical doctor, the medical team could decide. But how to use, for example, how to replace the filters, the safety bottles, we have some filter, how to replace. This is the use, how to turn on, how to how to do the regulage of the vacuum, how to change the tube, what to do in case we have an alarm. This alarm, what is the meaning of the alarm? What we have to do? Check the patient and check the patient for medical stuff. But we have part for us to check if we have leakage, for example, if we have. So this is the biomedical should train. Also the protocol one, the cleaning and disinfecting of the machine. Clear? Sometime, as you said, it's very. We will see in the next to always involve PMR and IPC in the training material and the training done. It's a little bit, as Monica said, we have a lot of interaction between them. But us as biomed, we need to train them about the use, how to use the machine, turn on the parameter, how to change the parameter, how to select the parameter, not to to take the clinical decision. Huh?
Okay. Oh, I open the rooms.
Yes. So we are group two. What you want to do, guys? Let me share the document. Try to share the document. In case no, I will share my screen. Tamam. I will share my screen. You have the question and the. Please, we need to remove the mute. Huh? We have around 20 minutes. We need to finish them. You see, we will work on the warmer Seracel. Okay. This is the Unicat link. I will share the link for the user and service manual, and I will share my screen anyway. This is the link for the document. Okay, let me share my screen with the PDF. So this is the protocol one. Tamam. You know all the infant warmer?
Yes.
Tamam. So just to take this protocol one is usually the maintenance protocol for medical stuff. So we have here what tasks they have to do. First, they have to test device function. So before each use, they have to check the integrity of the power cable, switch on the warmer, check the light and heating switch on, check that appropriate heating level is selected. If there is any damage, call the biomedical service. Do not use the device. Clean the device. After each use, they need lint-free cloths, surfanios, alcohol disinfection. So they need to unplug the device before each use, before cleaning, for safety. When they want to do after each day of use, the frequency of cleaning. So here they have the description how to clean. Clean the front panel, the switch, the connectors, the trolley. Do not wipe the top grill. So we have to put the surfanios in the cloth and clean, not to put the surfanios directly on the machine. Also to clean the mirror inside this, I will show the picture. We have some mirror, cloth, with alcohol disinfection. So this is all the protocol one. In the instruction manual, instruction of use, this it will be used. So we have a general electrical emission scope, definition and symbols. We can hear so operation. Okay, this is
Yes.
usually very important. We need to usually take a look on the operation. Okay, and sometime troubleshooting for the medical to provide the training. Okay, so let's go to point 7. This is the operation. Okay, this is how to operate, how to plug, what are the components, for example, master switch and fuse holder. Here is a key, each key, what to do, control element. This also we need to explain for the medical team. You can say. So this key one is eliminating button heating level 1, heating level 2, 3, 4. We have 4 heating level. This for alarm confirmation. This for light. So button 8 button LED 20%. The other one button LED 100%. Number 10, which is number 10, this one. Main heat output indicator, the heater is working. Number 11 is main that read the manual needs before commissioning. So we need to read the manual before commissioning. تمام. So this is the commissioning, how to install the machine, how to test, adjustment of the heat output, instruction manual. We have level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Each level, it's mean level 1 we are working 20% of the heaters, level 2 50%, level 3 75%, all this. This are the standard value, but we can update for another value, as you can see. So in case we was working with a standard value, we need to explain for the medical team what are this value 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is the alarm monitoring, how to trigger an alarm and what to do in case we have an alarm. Okay, and this how to work with the LED to activate and deactivate. And this bright angle value could be changed also. So troubleshooting, this also we need to explain for medical team, at least troubleshooting related to them. تمام, clear?
Yeah.
This is some error. So now we need to answer the question in general. If you have this machine, so who do we involve in the training? Someone need to write and explain to the team also.
The people supposed to be in training are the nurses, midwives. Yeah.
Yes, Amir.
Medical staff.
Only medical staff?
Yes. The cool one. Operation manual.
Sorry, Amir, your voice is...
Yes. Cool one and user manual for medical staff.
تمام. So who did...
Operation also operation instruction manual.
The idea was who do involve, we need to write them. We said the medical team using this equipment, yes? Yes, yes, Ibrahim. Amir
Medical
or
team.
Ibrahim?
Medical team.
Yes.
Yeah, the people involved
Medical
is
team.
the
Medical team using this equipment only. For example, in the department they are using, exactly. What do you say? And the IPC and the PMR or the medical supervisor. Because we
No,
have
the
the
medical
cleaning here
team.
in the IPC.
Yeah, we can include the IPC for them to know how the cleaning and disinfection supposed to be for them to monitor the medical team when doing it. And when we say medical team, not all, but just only the nurses and the IPC. The people are in the ward that are in the wards. And sometimes for us in our project, we do have nutrition assistant and midwife assistant. They are the one responsible for the user maintenance, cleaning, and disinfections. So we do include them for trainings of biomed equipment.
Tamam. Who will write all this? You need me to write or someone from you? Or...
Yeah, you can write it.
طيب. Who do you... Yeah. So we said midwife, uh, or medical
Nurses.
or nurses using this machine. تمام.
Yes.
Using this machine. Also, we said IPC, focal
Yes.
point. Also, we said word supervisor or PMR. تمام.
Yes.
Also, biomed. This from me. Referent to support in preparing material. تمام. You all
Yes.
agree?
Yeah.
أمير موافق ولا مش معجبك أليخاندرو؟ تمام. So the second question is where we do this training. Yes, Ibrahim. Without raising hand, it's group working. Even other guys, you need to.
Yeah, we do it in the facility, preferable if we can be able to move the device to a meeting room or a training room. If not, we can do it in the unit.
So at point of use next to the actual device because you need the device.
Yes.
In case not. Show Amir. We have other people in the group, guys. Hello, Muhammad, Edgar, Aurelio, Bamian, storekeeper. Also, we need all to participate, please.
Yeah. Okay.
Yalla, we are here. In case not able to move, we all agree on this 2 point.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yes.
Or maybe if it's not movable, it will also possible to provide the training in the warehouse as well. Okay.
تمام. So part of the training, it means the agenda of the training.
Agenda. Yeah.
So how to
The first,
start?
it's the usage of the items. The
How can we use this
how can we
equipment
use them?
and how can we use and how can we disinfect in this equipment?
We don't need to explain what is this equipment and when to use.
Yeah, we first start with what is the
It's
equipment is.
what is the equipment? Yeah.
And when to
What
use.
Yeah.
Okay. As you said, someone said about cleaning.
The maintenance, yeah, maintenance as well.
Yeah. How can we disinfect after using? How can we cleaning after using?
You don't. Someone need to talk about safety measure, like essential safety measure.
Yeah,
before cleaning.
it's also important.
So safety measure essential if we want to talk now. Essential. Like the heating here, it was is radiant, for example. This is something technical, but Amir and we have other biomeds here. They can know. So like never cover the heater with some
And
cloth or with some bags. Yes.
one important thing on the warmer, because you know the warmer is adjustable, we
Yes.
make sure that we adjust it for them and inform them not to readjust the warmer to make it too close to the baby or too far.
Any other recommendation about safety?
Safety. I faced some problem with the staff, the medical staff, when they use the warmer. The staff put phototherapy between the warmer and the baby. This make damage
Also for me, I face sometimes they are putting wireless cable between the baby and but they are putting up near the heater, so they are melted or. So how to set avoid
make damage.
avoid placing any equipment cable between baby and the heater machine. تمام? It's like this. تمام?
تمام.
تمام is good in Arabic. I'm sorry guys. So also to avoid overheating. Usually they are overheating people. Overheating. In case a smell of fire or something, of how to say not fire, a smell of حريق, how to say Amir? A smell of fire, remove the machine out. تمام. Cleaning after using, we'll explain the protocol one, or you have something else? I will show you protocol one, يلا. This is the protocol one that we are talking about. So we have here clean the device, you see? So it's detailed how to clean the front panel, how to clean the mirror. Okay. So we can explain for them this protocol one.
Okay.
Then what you have to do? Wait to make in blood. Then for me, I will show them the operation. In the operation, what we have to say? How to power?
How to power it?
Yes. We have
Proper
selection.
heating selections for the selection.
Heating level, exactly.
Yes.
Heating level selection and exact percentage of each level. Also, we have the light.
Yeah. The two lights, bright
LED examination light. LED examination light activation and level. Yes.
Yeah, and also stable electricity.
Exactly. What to do in case of unstable electricity or power failure.
Oh yeah, failure.
So we have also the alarm. Amir, you know something about the alarm and this reminder alarm that every 15 minutes, if it's not selected, it's returned to 20% heating level. Someone else is using the machine else than Amir?
Yes.
I think
Yes.
yes, but they step down from level 4 until level 1 automatically. I think that
Yes.
after 15 minutes, step down if you select level 4 and give alarm when the level when they reach to level 1.
تمام.
Okay. تمام.
So after what we have to do? To let them
Mhm.
use the machine, 2 or 3 of them. We agree on this. So after we explain
Yes,
for them,
yes,
we let
yes.
them turn
Yeah.
on, turn
Yes.
off.
Yeah.
People that they are doing training sometime, no. Something else for this training to add? It's only 20 minutes, they said in the presentation. I think it's enough.
In case of broken or damaged items, how to report or how to replace it, the spare part of the items.
But they have not to replace verbal. They have to report to biomed.
Report, yeah, or report.
Format biomed procedure and scenario for backup. In case we have backup. We
Yeah.
have kangaroo. We have kangaroo models in medical teams, so they have some other normal backup or in case they don't have machine.
Yeah.
So about methodology, as you can see, we have other questions about methodology here. Sorry. Methodology, it should be short and practical. تمام?
Yeah.
Methodology, short and practical. Also to do many sessions. To cover all stuff in the department as they work as shift. تمام.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 5. We are running out of time, so what to highlight regarding this device?
Proper use.
This we already written by us. So as Amir said, we
Yes.
have this alarm reminder. As Ibrahim said, we have 4 level of heating. What else? What else you
Yeah.
said?
And also to remind them of that heating indication. Whenever the machine is on, if they see that indication is showing, so definitely the heat is that is the machine is giving out heat.
تمام. So this tamam. And last about special consideration. Someone have something special consideration about context in his project, like unstable electricity, workload, high workload, IPC.
Yes. IPC.
Some devices has a temperature sensor to monitor heating.
It's
Another
baby
type.
sensor. It's baby sensor.
Temperature sensor.
Yes, but it's the
That's for
temperature.
babies.
Yes, that you will put on the
That's,
baby. Yes.
Yes, to monitor the temperature.
Temperature sensor on baby should be used. Okay, this is something, So if we have MOH stuff, for example, in our context, to include them in the training. تمام? In some
Yeah.
other context, I don't know in your hospital if you have MOH stuff or not.
We have many.
تمام. So also we recommended to include them. as we said before, if we have unstable electricity or something, we need to to do. I will keep the discussion. I will go to group 1 to see what is the improvement and come back. Tamam. So just keep discuss.
تمام.
شكرا guys.
Thank you.
This is Arabic guy.
Miguel,
We
we can close the room and go back and خلاص because it's too late. Thank you very much, guys. I know that most of it's not done, but it's only just to check that we have this document and to brainstorm. So group 1, someone who will present whenever you arrive on this point, huh? So someone will start. Yes, Wajdi. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much, Ali. We've had a very interesting discussion in group 1, and the aspect of the training was discussed on many levels, one of which is, as the question says, who's going to be involved in what boundaries, what are the content and the methodology of the training, and also what are special things to be considered. So in simple terms, the people or the teams who's going to be involved is, in summary, the medical team involving the nurses, the end users per se, and with the involvement also members of the ITC committee and the NAM as their supervising personnel, in addition to the biomed team, whether it's a biomed specialist, a biomed technician who's going to be conducting that training. And there is also secondary involvement of L&D, whom are going to be exposed to what material have been conveyed or on material has been chosen to be given to the team for their continuous capacity building. The training will be conducted depending on the device that is going to be trained. In this case, it's a portable device, so the chances are open for us to train them either in the department itself or in a unit or a room designated by L&D or designated as a meeting room. That could also be facilitated, especially with a portable device. Parts of the training will maintain initially, if it's a new device, it will be a training on what's this device. The methodology of this device, what does it do, how it contributes in the medical services, and additionally, the initial or the prioritized material will be the user maintenance protocol, how it's going to be conducted, what areas that the medical team needs to focus on, what do they do, what do they don't do, in addition to the procedure of requesting a biomed intervention. For example, if there is any issue with the device, how to initiate the request by means to fill up a job request, and then what should they expect from the biomed after the job is done in terms of returning back the device to the department. The methodology, as agreed, was more practical by means that there will be a demonstration of how to practically perform the user maintenance on the device. What needs to be done, what needs to be replaced from the medical team in case of consumables like a bacterial filter, so on and so forth. And Alidor also highlighted in terms of a new device, if let's say it's chargeable device, which means it has a battery, we need to make sure that the battery is fully charged before deployment, and that should happen whether after the training or before the training is conducted. I think this summarizes our whole conversation of the involvement of the team and the methodology and the content, and also what areas they need to be focused on.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
For us, group 2, I will present. So, who do we involve? It's midwife or nurses using this machine, as Wajdi said, the final the end user. IPC focal point is always should be involved. Ward supervisor or PMR or NAM, the supervisor of the medical staff. Biomed referent, regional referent, MST to support in preparing or revision of the material. So second question is where at point of use next to the actual device is the best scenario for us. In case not able to do, we can do in a corner in the medical department, or if we can move in meeting room or warehouse. But the best option for us is at the department point of use. So part of the training, or what is this machine and when to use. Safety measure essential, like the heating is radiant, never cover heater. We have fire in this case if we are covering heater. Make sure it's just not and not too close or so far from baby. Avoid placing any equipment cable between the baby and the heater machine. Sometimes we have a lot of incident because of this machine between them, or cable wireless monitor cable, or some cables they are damaged. Avoid overheating. In case of smell of fire, remove the machine out. So we have this all safety measure to be shared. Cleaning after using, explain and display protocol 1. So you always we brought with us protocol 1 to the training. We explain for them protocol 1 and we display in the department. We laminate it and display in the department, because people usually forget, and for new staff that arrive, so they can. So after we will do an operation demo, use how to power, heating level, LED examination, light activation, what to do in case of unstable power failure, alarm reminder. And after this explanation from us using the machine, we can let the medical team use the machine as demo during the training. 1 or 2 of their staff to try to activate, deactivate, use the machine. And the last part of the training is reporting to biomedical procedure and scenario for backup. In case we have any problem, what to do for backup. Okay. What to highlight about this device? We listed some highlight from the manual. For special consideration of context, so for example, some machine come with temperature sensor on baby, should be used, is mandatory to be used, and how to put in the patient on the baby. If we have MOH staff in our project, so we will include them in our training. For methodology, as Group 1 said, for us it's a practical and short training, and to do in many sessions. Why in many sessions? Because we have staff working on shift, so monthly we can do 2 or 3 sessions to cover all the stuff. Any question for our group? Almost we have the same recommendation discussion between both of the group. So the idea just of this exercise is to have whenever we should do a training for medical team on monthly basis. We are selecting one equipment for one department on each month. We are doing yearly training plan in the beginning of each year. So now in December we are discussing with our project biomedical focal point and PMR to have a yearly medical plan. So for example, in January, we will do on concentrator for maternity. On February, we will do on suction pump for February. We will see in the other slide how to decide what are the topics for the training. So we do a yearly training plan. Each month, we will do one equipment for one department, and we will do many sessions to cover all the stuff. This question should be discussed or answered during the training. It's very important. Tamam? So keep this question for you. Whenever you have to prepare a training, ask yourself this question, answer them in a presentation, or maybe you don't need a presentation, just you need to write a word like this to paper to take with you with main key to deliver, and خلاص. Clear? Any question? So for the use as in clear and care of is not only about training, so we need to explore analysis. So we need to do Yes, Muhammad. Yes, Muhammad. Muhammad, you want to ask something? So use and care is not about it, only about training. Training is very important. Also, training is a good time for us to discuss with medical team a challenge, with end user a challenge, main problem when using the machine. Even they can share with us their daily problem. For example, the number of machines is not sufficient. They have some problems that we don't know. We can see during the training that some of the features are not working, are working. It's a good time also to test the machine with the medical team. So always we need to explore and analysis to communicate very well with PMR, Medconam. Also, we recommend it for biomedical focal point to be part on the medical weekly meeting, so they can see what challenge they have, what are the needs, what are the main problems. This communication, at least weekly, with medical team is very important to see their needs and their problem. Uh, Design training, as we said, very very important to design training calendar. It's continuous training all the year based on needs. Needs we can bring the needs from medical team. Also based on our observation, based on our discussion, based on our repeated failure, type of failure, we can design and adapt this training plan. We need to agree with medical team on this training plan. We need to include personal, as we said, IPC, adjust to context and be practical. The follow-up from us is very important. To do daily or weekly round in all the department is very important to check the equipment, to do an observation how the medical teams they are using the equipment. As we said, the challenge. So preventive maintenance should be done. Checklist should be always available. Report should be available. Organization and role and responsibility are very clear. We have protocol 1 for medical team. We have protocol 2 for us. So this protocol 1 should be always available in the department, clear, explain for the medical team, and this way we know our role and responsibility for the medical team and for us. And extra resources, also some time, for example, when we are using last time, for example, even something small, a recharging battery, how to recharge the battery, how to plan, how to know the battery recharge, not recharge. So we did a poster for the medical team and we put it in the department. Protocol 1, patient care. We have a lot of tools, extra resources. They are available on Unicat. You can bring them from your MAT referent and to be displayed and shared with medical team for the use and care. Clear?
Yes.
So thank you. Thank you very much. And if you have any question or about module 3, let us know. Miguel,
Everything clear?
you need
Good.
to close.
Yes, I need to close if you want to stay. Okay, so thank you very much. The video will be available in some hours, and I will send you between today and tomorrow the invitation for the final session that is next week. So anything, use the forum or contact us by mail and finalize the modules that are not finished to have questions for the next final session. Thank you very much. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice week.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.